Sunrise photography, the magic hour, the golden hour, Mother Nature's display of color and light. These fleeting moments are what cause us to embark on sometimes painful journeys of waking before some have even gone to bed. Long drives, snowshoeing, hiking, or paddling to locations, all in an effort to capture the light in all its glory. Join me today in a pre-dawn excursion to discover tiny rock islands on the edge of Lake Shikotsu. And later, we'll visit a nearby waterfall to cap off our day. Hello everyone, I'm Sean Keenan and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Shikotsu Toya National Park and we have come to Lake Shikotsu once again. This time I was in search of some really small islands that a subscriber had told me about. And so I had to come and find them for myself. So I brought my son this morning.
Hello.
That's Ewan back there. And we used our stand-up paddle boards and paddled maybe about 40 minutes, 30-40 minutes in the middle of the morning. Not the middle of the morning. We started paddling around 3 a.m. with sunrise at about 4:30. When we hit the water, it was pitch black, and I couldn't risk taking my camera out of the dry bag on the water. Once we arrived, I quickly surveyed the area for a good vantage point and took a shot moments before the sun hit the horizon. Ewan entertained himself for a bit while I rushed around looking for another shot. Panic was creeping in. The light was changing quickly and I was afraid I wouldn't find my shot. The color exploded across the sky above and was reflected in the water below. This is why we call it the magic hour. And it was spectacular. Full disclosure for this image here, I did remove a large rock to help simplify the composition. I was able to play with the compositions and tried a variety of slightly different angles and crops. Which do you like best? Let me know in the comments below. So it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning and it is so beautiful and quiet out here in the middle of the lake. And Ewan and I, we put our boards together, had a little drink of water and just taking in the view. It's spectacular. Yeah, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't fall in. This guy is so much better at SUP than I am.
Yeah.
He's got a hell of a lot better balance than I do. So I think I got a couple of shots of me standing up, and as soon as that shot was done, I sat down because I don't want to fall in. I do have all my gear with me, and this phone right now is out of its waterproof case, and that's why we're carefully sitting together. We're gonna head back to the car in a minute and have some breakfast and not take a nap. I don't think we're gonna take a nap, but maybe we're gonna go and visit a waterfall soon. So we'll see you soon. After a short paddle in the lake, we were feeling the afterglow of such a magnificent sunrise, and also the fatigue from lack of sleep. We returned to where we began the morning. We packed up and were ready to go. But while I was changing my clothes, Ewan passed out in the car. I wanted to show you something before we moved on to the next location, but if you've seen my episode earlier this year, you'll have noticed a tree out in the water, right over there. And that tree was prominently displayed in several of the images from that day. It was one of my best days ever as a photographer. Well, coming to this lake is one of my favorite places, and all around it, there's so much to photograph. And I've been here over and over again, and I'm always discovering new things. You know, going back to the same locations over and over again, you're always going to find something new. Today was an example of that. So a big thank you to Stu for sharing this wonderful location. I am definitely going to come back in the autumn and probably in the winter as well, and maybe continue a series. Moving on, next location. Ewan was still a bit tired after his nap, and I have to admit, I was feeling it too. But we had a good chat during the 40-minute walk on a dirt road through the forest. And then it was just a short, albeit slippery path down to the falls. Ewan's fatigue dissolved in the water of the falls almost immediately. My son is now posing in front of the waterfall with an umbrella. I don't know why he brought an umbrella, but I'm gonna go take a shot of that. Definitely not what I came here to shoot, but I love it. I'm gonna screw this on here. This is my brand new GorillaPod tripod. There we go. That's nice and secure. Right. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add on neutral density 6-stop filter. And I've got guests. People are here, unfortunately. I waited for the family to leave and got back to work again. You might be asking, what on earth are you doing, Sean? Well, I need a new tripod, one that's meant for shooting stills. The one that I have is made for video, which is great for this channel, but not for shooting in portrait orientation. Am I embarrassed? Hell no. When you lack the resources, be resourceful. I was fairly happy with the results of this image, but something was missing. Here we go, recording again. So, I was a little bit unhappy with that last composition, although, yeah, it was okay. So I've moved it just a little bit further onto this log that was in the foreground. I'm going to try and get this little pool that's in front of me here as part of the exposure, and it's running down this way, so hopefully that I'll get a little bit of motion blur by having a longer exposure. And another slightly changed composition, because now there's a gap between these two rocks here, where previously there wasn't, and now I can see there's an eye line actually going straight up between the two rocks up to the waterfall. Hopefully this is my composition. I just spent maybe 20 minutes crooking my head over sideways so I could see the screen. I forgot that it's a flip screen. What? He's telling me to put the gum on the back of my teeth, so because I just did a take while I was going. I goes, hey, thanks for watching, guys. I'm putting it in the back of my teeth. What a tough day. It was not an easy one, but again, as always, I'm out in nature, seeing stuff like this, seeing stuff like the sunrise this morning, and I got to spend some time with that guy right there, that sleepy dude who's ready to go. I'm sure he's going to pass out in the car. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far and you've stuck it out with me, thank you so much. And I really appreciate you coming to spend time here watching my channel and joining me on these journeys, leaving comments, and I've hit 100 subscribers, and wow, that's pretty awesome. So thank you everyone who is a subscriber, and new subscribers, onward and upward, baby.